Hi, everybody. It's been a long time since I went live, and StreamYard's done some things, so things have been all switched around. We're here to do our November energy reading. We're going to take a trip into the Oracle Garden. So while I get set up, I thought we'd sit and have a chat for a minute. Say hi, see how you guys are doing, see what's going on. Hello, my dear, how are you? I'm doing okay, thank you so much for asking. Hi, Sin. Sin, you know what? It was yesterday, and I had to change it, and I forgot to send out an announcement, so you are not mistaken, my friend. You are not mistaken. But I'm setting up the garden. We're going to do some readings for November. I'm a bit frazzled, sorry. I just finished gulping down my dinner, so let me just get a few things out of the way here. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. You're enjoying yourselves. All right. No, I haven't been live in a really, really long time. And we'll talk about that as we, more people arrive as we go forward. But I'm happy I'm here. I'm happy you're here. So just a bit of an update, I guess. Most of you guys would have watched the video that I did on Austin. Austin was my oldest cat, and he got sick like mid-September, and sadly we had to put him down, and that's been difficult to deal with. We're just sort of all getting our groove back, if you will, and trying to find our balance again. I turned 60 in the summer, and that was difficult. My camera's blurping. We're gonna switch cameras, and we're gonna go to the garden. Just because it'll be easier for you guys to follow. Anyway, yeah, so I turned 60 in the summer, and that's kind of thrown me for a loop. And I've just, my anxiety reared its ugly head, and I've just been, doing my best to get on with it. Somewhere along the line, I developed a fear, it's not a real fear, it's my fear, about going live. And I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know when. I just know that it became a problem. And it's not easy to admit, because I love this channel and I love what we have created together. I know that I let you guys down, or at least I feel that I did. I've worked so incredibly hard, and to let my anxiety reach that level where it would stop me doing something that brings me such joy was a real, mental gymnastic kind of moment. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. And I hope that you will be, continue to be patient and kind as I navigate that space. Just know that I appreciate all of you, and I have no intention of leaving or quitting or going anywhere. I'm just struggling and working through something. I think yes. To answer your question, all the other critters are okay. They're having to work things out because Austin was sort of like the link that joined them all, right? So they're just trying to like figure themselves out without his presence. Um, my main issue for the lives is sort of, well, there's like two things that are conflicting with each other, if I was being perfectly honest. So the first bit is my physical appearance. Sort of brought on by the fact that I was turning 60, and you start to look at yourself a certain way, and I sort of went down a rabbit hole where I didn't think it was okay for me to be seen. And how can I come here and share guidance when I'm operating from a place of fear, right? It's disingenuous, it's not authentic. And so then I got in my head about that. And I was kind of going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And so, that's the short version. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being so kind. It's not easy going live and admitting these things, but I've always done that. I've always tried to be honest and truthful about my struggles, because I know that I'm not the only one that has struggles, and hopefully together we can learn something and move forward, right? Find a path. All right, so I'm just going to say my little prayer, and then we'll pop the camera down and we'll do some readings. Look at how long my hair is, you guys. Look, like it's crazy. I need a haircut in the worst way. Anywho, whew, and I need a piece of gum. Because my nerves are shot. So, I got a new quote from my bed. I haven't washed it yet, so I haven't put that on. And I got some new bookcases, but you can't see them right now. I've sort of like changed some things up in my office. All right. Forgive me for a moment while I do my prayer. Okay. So who wants a reading? Let me switch this down here. I can do that. Hold on, I got to get rid of this little circle. Honestly, they've done so many things that are so difficult here to navigate when you haven't done them for a long time. I'm going to take this banner off because it sort of impedes the whole view. Nobody wants to see my cigarettes. Okay. So we're going to move this up so you guys can see more of it. I have my my charging plate and another candle holder sort of keeping it nice and straight. Go back to the comments. Good grief, it's been a long time since I did a reading. Okay, it went live. All right. Here we go. So, for those of you that don't know, what we do here is we toss these 5 crystals into the garden. One of these stones represents our clarity, one represents our mind, one represents our body, one represents grounding, and one represents spirit. Depending on where they land on the tiles, that's the reading. Hi, Nancy Riker. How you doing, love? Also, have some cards here. We can toss out. Been a long time since I saw any crystal garden readings, so I look forward to this. My concerns, like with many right now, are mainly financial stressors. Oh, I know it's such, can I just say that I know that no matter where you are in the world that you're feeling it right now. And we're coming into Christmas and people get so caught up in the commercial part of Christmas and, the wanting to buy or gift something, right? I encourage all of you to, look around your house and see if you can re-gift something. See if you can donate something. See if you can, like maybe you crochet, for example, and you've got some yarn scraps. Crochet a little something like a mug cozy or whatever. Do those kinds of things that make you feel good about the reason for giving a gift, not the gift itself that you're giving. And when we get to that point where we think that we might not have enough, which is a very real issue for so many people at this time of year, I really want you to put your faith in whoever your higher power is, spirit, God. Ask for help, ask for assistance to navigate that path. Because it's really hard to, put your head above the clouds, if you will, to see the opportunities or the possibilities, or to just see it in a positive light when you feel like you are being pressed down, right? Weighted down. We've all had those moments throughout the years, right? Years when you have a lot or you feel like you have excess, and then years when you don't feel like you have enough. So to put those expectations on top of yourself, in addition to feeling the pressure, it's really a disservice to yourself, right? So asking for help, asking for assistance is really going to make you feel like, number one, you have someone on your side, someone who's listening. And try to think outside of the box in terms of gifts and that type of thing, right? Maybe gather friends together and do like a potluck where everybody can bring what they can, and we share it. I mean, that's what Thanksgiving and Christmas really is all about, right? It's about sharing, giving, of love and that feeling of community, right? Hi, Ellen. Okay, so here we go. Show Empathy, which, by the way, I love that name, wants a reading from the garden on the November energy. All right. So your grounding stone is over here in the third eye chakra, and that's where we're going to start for you. So that's pyrite, by the way. And where we're starting is brings an abundance of life, including manifesting your vision. So in terms of what I was just saying, right? Not saying that you are having financial woes or concerns, but whatever it is that you're hoping for, whatever it is that you're wishing for, take advantage in this month of November and really bring that vision to life. Think of ways to bring that vision to life. Right? And what's interesting is it's sort of like a reverse psychology kind of vibe that I'm getting in terms of it's like I have to see it to believe it. So rather than just dreaming it, dream it into being. Does that make sense? All right, so now we're going to move to the future, the amethyst. The amethyst is spirit. And it says, be patient, the transmutation is not ready. So something is in process, not quite there in terms of its completion. Next, we move to your body. And your body is sitting in the element of water. And that says helps from grounding elements. So we go back over here to this manifest, right, by way of visualizing. Okay. Then we go to our mind, which is the orange calcite. That's landed in the element of fire. That says do not become tied to false energy of the past. So there is a theme here for you that is sort of leaning towards what's going to ground you, what's going to align you, is to stay ever present in bringing your dreams to life, right? If I can see it, then I can believe it. If I can touch it, then I can feel it. That kind of vibe, okay? Lastly, in the element of fire, we have your clarity. And that says, use the ideas you carry from your past and past life for a solution. And what I love about this is something happens, whatever it might be, and we think, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. I've had it. I can't take it anymore. But our past life would tell us, and when I say past life, the last 6 months, last 6 years, whatever it might be, would tell us that we can. Because we're still here. Doesn't mean it was easy, doesn't mean that it was, like skipping through the park. What it means is that you have the skills to rely on to pull you down the path towards newness, towards tomorrow, towards new possibilities, right? And what we have to do is we have to go into that muck and that mire of the past and look at the things that we have done, that we've experienced, and pull those lessons out. What did I do? How did I handle that? How did I survive that? And how can I make that work for me now? And then you visualize that And that's the thing that makes you stronger. That's the thing that makes you feel resilient. That's the thing that makes you feel like, I got this. This is just, a pebble in the middle of the road sort of thing. And that's a beautiful reading for your energy for the month of November. Let's just cut the deck. We're not going to shuffle them. We're just going to cut them. I'm going to pick a card for you, okay? You see that? Passion. Well, what is passion? Passion is the thing that you feel on your insides, right? The thing that brings you joy and lights you up. That, to me, is exactly what this is. It's that same kind of energy for you. Show empathy. So I hope that resonates. Hope that makes sense. Sin, did you want a reading, Ellen? Nancy wants a reading. I'll do Nancy. Let me know, show empathy, if that makes sense to you, if that resonates, if you get it. All right, here we go for Nancy Riker. Nancy. For the month of November. Do you guys realize that on November the 7th, that this channel will have been in operation for 4 years? 4 years. 4 years. Words cannot express my thanks, my gratitude, and my love for each and every one of you here tonight, and to all of the people that I have had the pleasure of reading for, the subscribers, all the people that I have worked with and shared screen time with. It has been such a joy. Such a joy. All right. Hi, Isadora. How are you, love? Oh, sorry, Sin. I got you, love. Okay, Nancy Riker, let us start over here with your amethyst way up here in the crown chakra. So amethyst is your spirit, okay? Or representative of your spirit. And it says, spirit harmonizes all of your efforts. What a lovely sort of, thought to think that sort of behind the scenes, if you will, that spirit is like this, your own little orchestra, right? Pulling all of the instruments together to make this beautiful piece of music. Isn't that a lovely thought? All right, let us move over here to your body, and it's landed in the element of water. And that says that helps from grounding elements, okay? This is your grounding stone over here, your pyrite, and it's landed smack dab between the throat chakra and the path forward. So we have to read both of those. So path forward says physical feelings will move you to the next step. And your throat chakra says expression of truth will free your body. So one more time. Physical feelings will move you to the next step. And expressions of truth will free your body. Now, I don't know if this makes any sense to you, Nancy, but you ever just, you know, you're sitting there, you're watching TV or whatever, and you're just like, I don't know, I just feel like I got like I'm like antsy, I gotta like do something. Pay attention to those moments when you have that like desire or that inkling or that itch even to like jump up and like do. That's your body's way of telling you to like change position, move, right? Get your blood flowing. You know, exercise not only is good for all the reasons that it's good, but it also can be a great distraction. Okay, now we're going to move over here to our clarity, and that's landed in the element of fire. And we have, for that, use the ideas you carry from your past and your past life for a solution. So similar to show empathy's reading in these last two stones. Now, let's go over here to your orange calcite, which is landed in the tile of earth. Your orange calcite is your mind, and that's landed in the element of earth. Final thoughts on a situation are coming. So, let's say, and I don't know if this is true, Nancy, but like you've been itching to do something, itching to try something, itching to just like, oh my gosh, like it almost feels like rut-like. Like I need to shift this energy. I need to shift to do something different. It's like that kind of idea. And, you know, I do this and then I do that. Like nothing's really like, it's like standing in front of the fridge and you have no idea what you're craving, right? You just know you're hungry. What they're asking you to do here is to align the fix, if you will, with your body. So maybe you need to go, you know, for a walk. Maybe you need to dance around the living room, right? It feels like that. Maybe you need to have a good belly laugh or a good massage, right? And it feels like to me that when you are kind to your body in that way, that's going to shift everything else in sort of like a domino effect. Now, what I'm drawn to here with this card, and we've got family, right? So this is like circles of support, right? It's love, it's trust, that foundation. And what are they doing? What's that family doing? They're walking. They're holding their hands and they're walking. Immediately, that's what I looked at, was them holding hands and walking. So to me, this is tying in perfectly to what we've got here, right? To use your body to navigate any like up times and not so up times, right? That's what I've got for you, Nancy. Hopefully that makes sense. High 3 shifting veils. All right. And thank you for the congratulations. I can't believe it either. I'm doing okay, Isdora. I'm glad that you're doing well, my friend. Okay, so that was Nancy. Let's go to Sin. And then we'll go to Ellen. Take a wee sip here. I'm drinking my Pepsi. Yes, we made a lovely roast beef dinner last night. And so we had leftovers tonight, sort of like a hot roast beef sandwich, if you will. It was great with broccoli. Fabulous. All right. For missing. November energy for sin. All right, so we are going to start with your, I'm going to start right here, with your body in the solar plexus chakra. And that says, body will bring forth power. Okay, now we're going to go over here to your pyrite, which is landed between false and earth. So we have to read both of those. So false says, your values need to be reconsidered. And earth says, more to be brought forward. So something is like out of alignment in terms of I don't know, like you're hesitating or something, like something's out of alignment in terms of you thinking that you can do or you should be doing something. That's what I'm getting so far. All right, next let's move to the sacral chakra. And this is for your clarity. Creativity is needed to harmonize with intentions. And then your amethyst has landed between the solar plexus chakra and the restate. It's interesting to get two solar plexus chakras in the same sort of reading. Your amethyst is your mind, and it says for solar plexus chakra, power comes from spirit to transform and transmute. And then if we go to the restate, that says going in the right direction but needs clarification. So there seems to be like a lot of push, pull, back, forward, indecision. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? I don't think I read your orange calcite for some reason, and if I did, I apologize. Orange calcite is your mind, fire and earth. So first fire, and that says do not become tied to false energy of the past. And in earth, final thoughts on situation are coming. So, solar plexus chakra. Let's look at it for a moment, shall we? Hi, Pam. All right, so solar plexus chakra, intellect, ambition, strength of will, personal power, individuality, identity, self-worth, freedom of choice, inner child, the ego, and your personality. So again, I just feel like this, like I'm holding myself back, but I don't know why. So you mentioned your concern earlier in the chat. And if I'm going to base this on that question, I feel like what this is saying to us is like, don't be placing limitations on yourself. We have to believe you want to create the feeling that I can achieve. right? I deserve, I am willing, I am worthy, but no matter what the result is, that you feel good about that said result, if that makes sense. I'm going to use the Chakra Insight deck for you, Sin. We'll pull a card here for you, love. Wow. Okay, so this comes from the throat chakra. But I'm drawn to the word that it says, where it says will. Okay, expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. Now, you don't have to answer this, but okay, right there, you've got to feel worthy to feel wealthy. You know, maybe this is a question of, you know, you go and ask for a raise, or you say to a friend, I need some help. There's something in this expression and assertiveness that, like, you are in control of this to a degree, right? And maybe this is the way that you turn around. And I'm not saying that you're feeling this way, but the feeling of lack, right? And it doesn't have to be about money. It could be about anything, right? If we feel that we are lacking something, if that's what we put out into the universe, then that's what we're going to get back, because that's how we view things. But if we don't view it that way, it will not be returned to us in that same manner, right? Because we don't see it that way, if that makes sense. So tied to the stones that we've got to work on amping up our, you know, I've got this, I can do this, I am good no matter what, because I am enough. And then anything else is a blessing in addition to that. I would encourage you to, if you're not familiar with, for solar plexus chakra, yellow, get yourself some citrine. And carry that around with you. By the way, I read somewhere, and I don't remember where I read this from, to put citrine, the crystal, in like a wallet if you get a new wallet or a new purse. And I don't remember all of it, but it was something along the lines. I gifted my husband a wallet, and I had read that, and I put the citrine in the wallet. So look it up, see if there's anything specifically tied to money. And I hope that helps you. Let's pull one of these cards for you too. Look at that. Look at that, Sin. Look at that. Oh, my friend, I wish this for you. Isn't that beautiful? That just brought tears to my eyes. That's gorgeous. Prosperity, my friend. Prosperity. And what a gorgeous image, right? Beautiful for Sin. All right, who is next? Who is next? Who is next? We've done Nancy, we've done Sin. We've done show empathy. Wow. See? I mean, you can't make it up. That's awesome that you ordered a new purse. I love it. Definitely put some citrine in it, and you're richer than you think, my friend. You are richer than you think. In kindness, in love, in support, in friendship. Love it. All right. Ellen, is Ellen still here? Let me know if you guys want a reading. Put it in the chat. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Let me know if you're interested in a reading. With the crystals. I love that, Sin. And thank you for the confirmation that Spirit and I are communicado. Oh, I love it. Spirit never ceases to amaze me. By the way, while I have you guys here, I'm going to go live next Monday night at same time, same bat time, 8 p.m. We're going to do the 11/11 portals readings. I think the Monday is the, I don't know, it's like the 9th or something. The 10th, maybe the 9th. I don't know what kind of readings we're going to do, but we're going to do 11/11 portal readings. Because, you know, I'm all about the 11/11. And by the way, speaking of 11/11, Austin was 11 years old and passed on the 11th of October. (11/11). Thank you, Isadora. You're very kind, my friend. I appreciate you saying that very much. And, you know, it's probably not very spiritual of me to be looking for validation, but I haven't read live in a really long time. So I needed the validation. I'm not going to lie. So thank you to everybody and to Spirit. All right. Who wants a reading? Let me know. We'll toss some crystals into the garden and see what's coming up for you for November. Because my new phrase for this channel with my new name, right? Kelly's True North Tarot. True North Tarot, the meaning of True North is all about empowerment, right? And we're all about finding our direction and trusting our path, because the direction changes constantly and trust can waver, you know. Yeah, we're going to do the 11/11 portal reading on Monday the 10th. I know it's very confusing, but like the night before, right? So we can prepare ourselves for the Tuesday. You want a reading, Deke? Absolutely, my friend. All right. Oh, I got a hair on my hand. Yuck. All right, so Deke, what does Deke need to know for November? And by the way, I don't know if you guys are able to, if you see it. I understand that there's like these hype buttons or something that can be pressed for videos. I'd really appreciate the support if you happen to see a hype video or a hype button near the video and feel like pressing it for me. That would be great. I would appreciate it. All right. Let us start with the orange calcite for you, Deke. The orange calcite is up here, and it's landed in present. It's sort of touching the third eye, but I believe that it is just in the present. And so orange calcite represents your mind. And it says, signs and clues are present now. So right away, pay attention to your dreams, synchronicities, songs. You know, you may see like reoccurring numbers, something like that. There's some kind of significance with signs and clues that are being given to you. Next, we move to our grounding stone, which is the pyrite in the element of air. And in the element of air, it says mental actions are the path for your abundance. So right away, I'm feeling that there is like a hump that we are trying to sort of like get past. And the path for your success is your ability to like sort of, I got this, right? So constantly doing like affirmations or reminding yourself, you know, that you deserve it, that you're worthy, all of those kinds of things, right? Let's move to the sodalite, which is in the element of earth. That is your clarity. You have many paths ahead of you. The correct one will appear in the future. So now it's starting to make sense. So, right, you're back and forth and up and down, and should I, shouldn't I don't know. But like you're it's like a heart versus mind kind of thing. Oh, thank you so much, Sin. You're very kind, my friend. Blessings to you. I hope it comes back to you tenfold. That's kind of the vibe that we're getting here. And so again, we're going to go back to this grounding thing, right? Like your mental action. So what you know versus what you feel. This is the thing that's going to be the greatest of your assets so far. That's what we've got. Now we're moving to our clarity, and the clarity is in the fire. Use the ideas that you carry from your past and your past life for a solution. And so I touched on this before, right? And this is something that I personally live by. I have no regrets because everything has brought me to this point in time. Learn from your mistakes. Pull those lessons forward. You know, in other words, you've been in this spot before, or a similar position, a challenging time where you have had to overcome and adapt. Go back to that time. What did I do? Pull those lessons forward to reenact this. I got this. Right? Lastly, we've got your amethyst. Now, your amethyst is your spirit. Okay? And spirit is smack dab between go for it, true, and water. So first we're going to go for it. Okay? Spirit is aligned with ideas. So again, we go back to what we got here, that you're getting signs, signals, and clues. Pay attention to them. And if you're not sure, before you go to sleep, say, I understand that you're sending me messages, but I can't, I'm not seeing them. Can you be more clear? Show me what you're trying to show me. Right? Help me. If you ask for assistance, they will show you. They will help you. Okay. Now we're going to go to water. Transmutation is completed. So the difference in my mind, in my opinion, between transmutation and transformation is one is a process and one is the whole event, right? So the transmutation, you've gone through it. The shift has happened. Now you just need to put all of those tools, all of those parts into play. And that's where we're at. When the parts are into play, when the machine is all back together again, then the transformation has been completed, right? So it's like a two-step process and you've completed step one, which is good news. Always good news. All right. So lastly, true. Spirit goes forward in harmony with a plan. So Spirit is trying to gently nudge you and gently guide you, and you haven't quite figured out what it is that they're trying to tell you. And when we are in that energy, it's difficult, right? Like we literally feel like we're up, we're down, and like every other minute, like changing your mind like people change their socks kind of vibe, right? Let's go here to the deck. Look at this card that you just got, Deke. Look at this card, life purpose. Okay. Look at the tree. I want you to think of the symbolism of the tree, right? We look at the tree and its trunk, and it looks so strong, and it's got like a secure foundation. And then as we look up the trunk and we see these beautiful branches, right? We follow the branches out of the tree and we see the leaves just like dancing and swaying in the breeze. Think of the elements that tree has endured in its lifespan, right? From freezing cold temperatures to hot temperatures to drought to bug infestations to critters running up and down it, all of the things. And you think to yourself, how can something so strong and so beautiful be so fragile all at the same time? Well, that's you. That's all human beings. We are equally resilient and resistant and strong as we are weak and naive and not having all of the answers. What is the key to the tree's success? Where does it get its nutrients and its sort of security from, its life force, if you will? From down here. From the roots that spread out into the ground. And those roots, if you've ever had foundational issues in a house, those roots spread for miles. And they are strong and they are thick. And the longer that tree stands there, the further those roots spread. And so now you're standing there and you're looking at the tree and you're looking at the base of the tree where the roots go into the ground. And that's what you've got to work on, right? That foundational part of you that knows that you're going to be okay no matter what, because you are a living, breathing miracle. And the situation that you find yourself in, just another branch. And I don't mean to minimize any kind of challenge or struggle or issue. It's a logic thing, right? If I've got these secure roots, I'm going to be fine. I will figure it out. But at the same time, believing in the miracle of the tree itself. In other words, having faith in you, and then Spirit is giving you what you need. So your homework when you go to sleep tonight is to ask Spirit to help you decipher the clues or the messages, and only you know. If you've seen reoccurring numbers, if you've heard a song that associates, with like a grandparent or a friend or something like that, only you know. And you're going to ask Spirit to help you with that. And then when you get up, write down your dream in your journal or record it in your phone. Because they're trying to show you a way for you to overcome how you're feeling about this situation that you find yourself in. That's what I've got for you. I hope that that helps, my friend. And I hope that your situation improves. You're very welcome, Deke. I appreciate you being here, and I'm glad that it helped. All right. Anybody else? We're on a roll, apparently. Woohoo! We're on a roll, friends. Isadora or Sin, I'm not sure. Not Sin, sorry. Ellen or Isadora, do you guys want a reading? You guys, it's like blowing outside. And when we kind of have these kinds of winds here, no, it's the kind of wind that when you close your window, you can still sort of hear it howling. That's what's happening here. You know what that makes me think? The S word is coming. Good Lord. It snowed in Alberta, which I'm like 3,000 miles away from Alberta. But it snowed in Alberta over the weekend. And it's too soon. It's too soon for the snow. Now, I used to live in Alberta for a very short time when I was a child. And we had to go out to the store and buy, like snow boots and coats and the whole bit. And by the time we came out of the store, the snow had melted. It's cold there, but it's not like cold like it is here. They have more of a dry kind of climate than we do. Ours is very humid here in Ontario. So our snow has a tendency to like feel heavy and linger. And so the air feels colder. Whereas there, it doesn't feel as cold. But I'm like, really already? Listen, we've had Halloweens where we had to wear our snowsuits because it was so cold and, snowy outside. I think we had like 8 kids for Halloween. How about you guys? Did you guys have trick-or-treaters? All right, Isadora, here we go, my friend. For November for Isadora. Hi, JR. How are you, love? Yep, I'm just gonna do Isadora's, and then I'm gonna do that very thing, Sin. All right, we start with the crown chakra for you, Isadora, the grounding stone with your pyrite in the crown chakra, as I said. And so, where is the crown chakra? Come out wherever you are. All right, there we go. So, helps give confidence in our ability to connect energies. Okay. Let's go over here to your amethyst, which is your spirit, and that's in the element of earth. That says spirit transforming, but not yet finished. So one shift has already been completed. Now you're on the second shift. Orange calcite is also in the earth. Orange calcite for the earth, that's your mind, by the way, says final thoughts on situations are coming. Now we move over here to your body. The body has landed in water, which says helps from grounding elements. To review, your grounding elements were helps give confidence in our ability to connect energies, right? And lastly, your clarity has landed in the past. And clarity in the past is use lessons you have learned for answers. So something is going on, Isadora, where you are I feel like questioning a decision, questioning sort of like a regret. And it feels to me like, I'm sitting there and I'm not doing anything. And all of a sudden this thought pops in my mind. And now I'm like down a path where I'm like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have, maybe I should have, maybe I should have done this. Maybe I should have said that. Like I'm all over the place for absolutely no reason other than this thought popped into my head. I like this cut in the deck. This thing's working for me. Do you see what we've got here, Isadora? Trust. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust your decision-making skills, right? Each of us makes decisions based on a set of facts and information that's presented to us at that time. And we have to trust that we're making the best decision for ourselves at that time with the facts that are presented to us. Doesn't mean that the decision making was easy, doesn't mean that it didn't amount to anything, that it didn't account for anything, because sometimes the struggles from that decision are way worse than we could have ever anticipated. They cause us to sometimes second guess ourselves or fifth guess ourselves, if that's a thing, to really sort of, well, really, was it that bad? Like you're almost like talking yourself into relapsing or reneging on the decision that you made. And the reason why you're in this position, if you're questioning yourself, is because the shift that you have just gone through, which I feel like I know what this is about, and I'm not outing you here, but the situation that you've just come through in the last couple of years, Isadora, you're not done yet. You're not done yet, right? Remember I said the first part is done, the second part is like half done? You're almost there, so don't give up. You're almost there. Don't give up. I know. And here's what I want you to do, Isadora. I want you to write down on a piece of paper, like make this like a nightly thing or a daily thing in a journal, right? 3 things. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. 3 things that are different today because of the decision that you made. So 2 and a bit years ago, when you made the decision that you made, now sitting here presently today, what is the result of that decision? 3 things. 1, 2, 3. And that list of 3 things could be the same. It could be different every time that you do it. But that's going to reinforce why you had to make the decision that you made and why you are better off for making that decision. And it's going to build up your level of trust. It's going to remind you of why you had to do what you had to do. Because at the end of the day, my love, you are the most important thing. Trust. Let me just move this out of the way. Whoops. Sorry, I'm trying not to have this so messy. I know it's distracting when it's messy. I don't have enough room. All right, friends, let's do sort of like a general reading. All right, I'm going to give you guys choices in the chat. Are you ready? Animal cards, angel cards, or a mystery card. 1, 2, or 3. Or a combination of all of them for like a general collective November energy read. One, 2, or 3. You guys let me know. Good for you, Isadora. I'm proud of you, my friend. You are more than worthy. You are more than worthy. All right, so here's the decks that we're going to use, okay? We are going to use the Spirit Animal Oracle. We are going to use the medicine or Sacred Medicine Oracle. And hold on. The whoops, sorry, it's upside down. I apologize. The Guardian Angel Oracle. With its beautiful feathers and gold. Oh my gosh, look at how crooked this is. Why don't you guys tell me it was crooked? All right, Spirit, what do we need to know collectively for the month of November for the energies? What do we need to know? Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulder. I want to thank Spirit for helping us tonight, for helping me. Oh, like I feel like I can breathe finally. This has been wonderful. And I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. November energies for the collective, please, Spirit. All right, what do we need to know? Okay, that's way too much. But the first card that popped out is the Page of Pentacles, right? So that's when an opportunity is presenting itself to us, right? It's happy news. It's doing our research, kind of like going to the library, working in your journal. It's like get the gathering of information. It's literally says on the card, and I don't necessarily pay attention to what it says on the card, because I know the cards, but it says time to get to work, which indicates a path, right? Like we know where we want to go. So that's the first part. Let's go over here. We're going to go back and forth. This is an unorthodox way of reading, but there you have it. I feel inspired to do it this way. And we've got the Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. I mean, come on, you guys. Like you can't make that up. Right? Isadora, you're funny. Look good to me, but I'm not wearing my glasses. I love it. All right. King of Wands. This is motivated. This is, large and in charge kind of personality, right? This is motivational, inspiring. I want you to think like leaving yourself like love notes all around the house, everywhere you look, like you got this, you're amazing, you got this, you're wonderful, all of those kinds of things, right? It's that kind of energy. That kind of energy that's going to embrace you and sort of thrust you forward into the spotlight, which sort of puts you to this test, if you will, like, oh, I guess I'm doing this. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. Literally, hello, being thrust into the spotlight. You're doing this because I'll tell you what, I didn't want to come live tonight, as I alluded to in the beginning, right? Because I'm working on some stuff. But I did it, and I feel fabulous. Whoops, dropping cards, good grief. Things are happening. Yes, Stella got her groove back. There you go. That card wants to come out. And look at this, strawberries and love. Do you see the colors that we're getting here, friends? All the colors matching up. The greens and the blues, right? That calm, that peace, right? Blue chakra, communication. Green chakra, your heart chakra. Right? Blue chakra is communication, right? Found your voice. And the red is your power seat, right? Now, if you remember back to the first reading that we did tonight, when I said it's a thing about like I think and I feel, that's what this is. It's not like do or die. It's not I can or I can't. I will or I won't. It's like I got this. We've all been in that situation where we have thought that we cannot do something, where other people around us who know us and love us, who appreciate us, who support us, tell us, you've got this, you can do it. Believe them. Meghan Markle, I said many years ago in a reading that I did, I referenced a quote. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember it exactly, but Meghan Markle said it, and it's something along the lines of, why do we not see ourselves in a mirror, like our reflection in a mirror, in the same way that our best friends see us? Right? You look in the mirror and you're like, oh, I look old, I look fat, my hairs were not right, blah, blah, so on and so forth. But your best friend is like, you're amazing. Why wouldn't we listen to them? Because they love us. They're our bestie. Our ride or dies. We need to be kinder to ourselves. And that's what this red, this love, this passion, like JR just said, right? Red equals love and passion. That's what this red is coming in as. And all of the readings tonight pointed to a theme, generally speaking, where we sort of have to believe, because why wouldn't we? There you have it. Look, 9 of Pentacles. Enjoying the fruits of your labor. You know that old saying about how many muscles it takes to smile versus how many muscles it takes to frown? Like, I'm not saying that anyone doesn't know this, so don't take it that way. But from someone who suffers from anxiety panic disorder, take it from me. It's not worth it to hold yourself hostage to the fear. You are in control, so control it. Good vibes, happy vibes, upbeat vibes. You got this. Because the alternative, pardon me for being so blunt, the alternative sucks. The alternative to that sucks. And on the bottom of the deck, we'll read the angel card last. We've got the Chariot. Right? Rewards that come from hard work. You've got to put in the work. You've got to make the effort. It's hard, and sometimes it's emotional, and you want to throw in the towel. The Chariot is about willpower. It's about success. Because why? Because we're blending the two energies together. The two energies being the two different colors of the horses or unicorns in this case. Right? Determination and willpower. I got this. I can and I will. That's what November is about. We're not going to be held hostage to our fears anymore. We are in control, and we have got this, whatever that means for you. I love it. Look at that. Angel of love. Now, whether this is a romantic relationship, whether this is a relationship with your pet, your kids, your best friend, whether it's a relationship with spirit or yourself or all of those, it's about loving yourself. Because in the words of JR, red equals love and passion. If we love ourselves and we are passionate about being in love with ourselves and loving ourselves, we are telling ourselves that we can and we will. right? Consider it like a commitment to that you're making to yourself. I got you. That's what November energy looks like. November energies look like this is a shift or a movement to counteract negativity with love and positivity towards ourselves. Definitely moving in a much more positive sort of direction and vibe. That's what I got. What do you guys think about that? I think that's an awesome reading. JR, what my husband is trying to say is that he has teased me for years that, I need glasses and he has perfect vision, and all of a sudden, some people can't see stuff that like they used to. And so, now it's like a standing joke at our house where the two of us are standing somewhere like in the kitchen or whatever, trying to read a little bottle. And I'm like, all here, give it to me. I'll tell you what it says. Oh, how the times have changed. I think it's a great message, Isadora. I think it's a fabulous message. So I want to thank all you guys again for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. I truly, truly appreciate it. I will be back next Monday at 8 p.m. and we're going to do the 11/11 portal readings, as I said. Now, I have a question. And I know there's only 5 of us here, but I really could use the input. Let me flip my camera back up the right way here if I can figure out how to do that. Sorry. Pardon me and pardon the mess of my space here. Okay. So what I want to know is this. For as long as I can remember, I've been doing readings, like pre-recorded messages. I used to do them diligently every day. And to be honest, I haven't been very diligent about doing them because nobody's really watching them. When I say nobody, what I mean by that is a very, very, very small percentage of my channel followers watch those messages. And I just don't know that it's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort to do them, and I just sort of don't know anymore. So I know that some of you in here do watch them. So do you want me to continue doing them? Do you not care about them? Do you care how frequent they are? Give me some feedback, please. I'm asking for some honest feedback because at this point, I kind of don't know what to do. Right? I don't want to disappoint anybody, but it is a lot of work. Like to sit down on a weekend and do a bunch of recordings and, get it posted and all that kind of stuff. You got to be in the right frame of mind, and right, the house has to be quiet. You know what I mean? So let me know what you want or what you would enjoy, what you think you would, benefit from, and I'm happy to do so. I need some feedback. Yes, I think so too, Sam. I think it's going to be a great month. Listen, I love the fire pit readings as well. Just the fire pit in general. This season, we had 2 fire pits. Meaning we had a fire pit in the beginning of the season with you all invited, and Mark and I had our own fire maybe like a week or so ago. It's been so hot and so dry. The bugs are so bad. The dog freaks out. It's like a whole situation. And unfortunately, it's really hard to coordinate all that, right? And the last couple of years, it's been either so hot. Last year, we had like a fire ban on for basically the whole summer because of all the wildfires, right? Thank you for the feedback, Sin. I appreciate that very much. And thank you again for the super chat. It is much appreciated, my friend. Very much appreciated. I like doing the wellness reading, or that's what I used to call it, which is the Wednesday reading. And I also like doing my Sunday message. That always brought me, made me feel good. That reading always seemed to really resonate with me personally. So those I enjoyed doing. So I will take it under advisement. And yes, I'll be back next week, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do some 11/11 Pearl readings. So you guys take care. Have a wonderful night. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. And I will see you when I see you next. And until then, I wish you many, many blessings. Mwah. Bye for now.